Hello and welcome again to Simple Ways for Maintenance. We are going today to discuss a very important topic in the maintenance field, which is the knowledge transfer. The knowledge transfer is having a huge impact on our life and on our work. If you can see that the Earth had a lot of civilizations and we had a lot of monuments, and those civilizations were having extra powers or extraordinary powers, and they were able to do magical things, as we say, but they were having the tools to do it, and unfortunately they didn't pass the knowledge to us, so we don't know how to do their work again. So if you remember, if you had seen all these civilizations, if you had seen building of the pharaohs who had built in the pyramids and so on, they had raised stones of 10 tons, 100 tons up to 100 meters, and we don't know how they had managed to do it. So it's really something that we should take care of. We should learn from the past. In the maintenance field, we try to learn from any piece of information or any experience we encounter, and we try to learn to upgrade ourselves and to understand better. So it's important to understand that all this civilization didn't leave us the information enough to grow our knowledge starting from thousands of years ago. Supposedly, just let me think that the pharaohs left us how they lifted these big stones and how they make these sculptures and these very fine arts and these long-lasting chemicals for the coloring and so on. And this was 7,000 years ago. Think that how will be our manufacturing capability and our knowledge and our experience nowadays if we had used this information 7,000 years ago, and then we had built upon it upon the years, and we had upgraded and we had developed more technology out of the step they had reached 7,000 years ago. Our really civilizations that we are proud of now is a couple of hundred years ago, when we invented the steam machines and we had this high lifting, these hydraulic jacks, these cranes and so on. It's a couple of hundred years ago. Think that that's the evolution we had made in a couple of hundred years. What about could have reached if we had started this journey of development 7,000 years ago? Okay, so that's a very important topic that we need to be aware of in the maintenance field. So the first thing we need to start with, so what is the knowledge that we were expecting? Simply, knowledge is facts, information, and skills that was acquired through experience and education. But the most important part is that the theoretical or practical understanding of this subject. It's not only information, because we had previously spoken about this. Information is merely recording some data, but knowledge is recording it in a way that includes understanding of this knowledge and the ease of using this information. Now it is knowledge. When it is easy to use, it is knowledge. When it is will transfer some clear idea, it's knowledge. When it is arranged and can be used for analysis and for somebody else will use it, and all this is knowledge. The mere recorded figures from the field or observations from the field are only information. And this I'm taking it typically from the definition of Oxford languages. So it's important to understand, if we need to sense the importance of knowledge, think that when you are joining a new workplace or any young comer to a new workplace, in your first days, you will having a target to have the knowledge of reaching your desk properly, of reaching the workplace itself properly, which bus you will take, what is the best route, which transportation you will use if you are using public transportation, which route you will use by your car if you are driving your car, how time it takes, how is about the crowd on the road. Every day the traffic is the same or different. So that's the very basic things, is to reach a new workplace. The next step will be to understand how things are running in the workplace. Who will request some information from me? Who will ask me about some job to do? Then how I deliver these jobs? How I can get the email addresses of the team and so on. Okay. Where I find the announcements? Where I find my coffee machine? If I need to drink a cup of coffee, where I can find my coffee machine? All of this is knowledge. And after a few weeks, after a few months, you will find that you had started to gain more experiences from the workplace, and you had started to upgrade yourself within the workplace, and now you have some knowledge in your hand that you can transfer to another newcomer. Now you have some experience. So with time, the information that we learn about the workplace and then we structure it into knowledge is transformed into an experience. So what is experience? Experience is your knowledge or skills that you had gained from your workplace, but you have done this job or this activity for a long time. Then you have an experience with doing this activity. When you have, as I told you, when you have this experience, then you can transform, you have a knowledge to transfer or experience to transfer to the newcomers. But unfortunately, not all workplaces support this knowledge transfer. So there are two styles of workplaces. One of them, which encourages the knowledge transfer and learning the team and open information or open knowledge space and so on. And there's another one which praises only the individual heroes. So those individual heroes like to stay individual heroes and they block the knowledge transfer to the newcomers or to other team members. Unfortunately, if you started working in a place which is suffering from scarcity of knowledge or lack of knowledge transfer, you will have a problem to survive or to thrive even in this workplace. That's the pitfall that the old civilization failed in. They thought that the group of people who know this information will keep it for themselves, so they only will be the heroes, they only will be the blessed part, they only will be the praised ones. And after their death or after something happened, this knowledge disappeared, and the remaining of the people, they couldn't make use of it. So the civilization collapsed itself. That's what happens to some maintenance departments or maintenance activities. If I depend mainly on a group of on a team that is doing, for example, this job is best done by Z, but the other job is better done by Y, and I got a better response from Z, but he is faster in doing the job. Then after a few years, Z, he, Z, and Y had left the workplace, and due to many reasons, not because of you, but due to any reason, and now the remaining team, they cannot do the job, and the maintenance activities start to fall apart, and the other teams, operations, and so on starts to lose the confidence in the maintenance team, and the maintenance team start to suffer. So that's not a good practice to understand it. So we should have some foundations, we should have some data to record, and then we should upgrade this data, and then we put it in a way that can be transferred. We had a long training about this, which is the secret of maintenance on Udemy, and on Tutorial Point. On Udemy mainly this one will be, and you can reach it through Udemy. You'll find the links in the description box. Also, you can reach a lot of free material we put on this YouTube channel. By subscribing to our YouTube channel, you will reach this information directly. Also, you can reach us through Fiverr if you need some accustomed services that's typical to you, exactly done and customized to you. You can find all these links in the description of this video. Join, subscribe, spread the information. See you in coming videos with wealth of information and insights. As maintenance, we learn from anything, even from the pharaohs and the old civilizations. See you in coming videos.